And we are back, and there we go. And we've got some very special guests this morning. We've got Steve Gingras and Sean Wright. Sean from Kojiko, and Steve, a local music promoter. I'll get you to get a little bit closer to that mic there. So, gentlemen, nice to have you with me this morning, and it's nice to talk a little bit about what you guys are doing. You've got a new music show coming up on Kojiko Cable, and before we get to all the technical stuff that's involved with putting on that's why we've got Sean here, because he's the tech guy right now. Steve, tell us a little bit. Was this an idea you had, or
yes,
what?
I've done a previous show for another location, and I probably about last fall, middle of summer, fall, I pitched the idea to Sean at Kojiko, and seemed to be go right away then. So because I had previous experience, then it was sort of easy to set up initially then.
Sure. Now this is a program that'll feature area talent.
Correct.
It's kind of outside the perimeter of, say, Lanark County. It'll be from, Kemptville, Brockville?
Exactly. It would be like from the west end of Ottawa, sort of like to Smith Falls area, around Smith Falls, a lot of that, some Perth and everything like that too. So this exact sort of will have a good wide variety of the area.
Sure.
And different music genres as well.
Mm-hmm. Now, as far as the production end of it and looking for a location, Sean, you picked Farrell Hall in Perth, right?
Yeah, we ended up trying out Farrell Hall in Perth. I guess Tim Greencorn is friends with the person that runs Farrell Hall, and it seemed to be a good fit. And Tim, everyone knows Tim quite well, and he did the audio for us on the show. And the idea of Farrell Hall come up, and we went and checked it out and decided, it would work for this purpose. And we tried it out. It actually worked quite well. We're pretty pleased with the outcome of everything.
Yeah. Well, from a musical point, I know I've played there quite a bit over the years. The acoustic, it's one of the best in the area. And seeing the video, I thought the sound was very good. Now, you've had these shows pitched to you all the time, different programs. What was the difference with this one and what Steve had to offer that you decided you wanted to get involved?
I think with this show, we haven't had a show on TV Kojiko in quite a while, actually, that's music related. It's always been a popular thing, and there's so much great talent in the area. I just thought it was a good fit. Mm-hmm. There's the artists that Steve brought together for the first series of shows. The talent was excellent. So, it's another opportunity for those artists that are out there to get their name out and get some more exposure and that. And I really thought it was a great fit for the area.
Mm-hmm. And as I mentioned, I watched, and I was telling Steve this. I took a look at the video, some of the video of what is going to be part of the program, and again, I couldn't get over how well the quality of it was, and the sound and everything was very good.
Yep, it was great. Everything, like I said, I'm quite pleased with how things have turned out, and we look forward to improving it and hopefully bringing some more shows. But the first episode aired Sunday night at 7:30, and that'll be its regular time slot. So you'll see the next few episodes in this series following Sunday nights, and there'll be a few repeats you can catch too if you miss it. So.
Okay. Now, Steve, you said earlier off air that you had done this at Rogers as well. Mm-hmm. And how did you come up with first off, how did you come up with the idea of putting a program like this together? And secondly, who you selected as far as your entertainers were concerned?
Right. Like initially the idea was like a lot of, let's say, larger cable companies have established artists and everything like that, but there was really nothing for the sort of like not quite there yet. Mm-hmm. So I remember one of the performers actually mentioned that the fact that because a lot of them are younger ones that are on the show, saying because like with the death of Canadian Idol, there's no really any television exposure or anything like that too.
Sure.
So it's very difficult to find any type of television exposure. So approaching the various artists, and it was very easy to get them to buy in. And as you mentioned too, like the quality was really quite high of the artists that we were able to get. So it wasn't sort of like we'll take anybody that comes in type of thing. Then it was just like saying there was almost like there was a real instant zeal and zest to be on the show.
Mm-hmm. Now, are these all artists that you have seen and kind of handpicked, or what?
They were handpicked. There was no audition selection then, so it made it much easier because they were all established artists. I was able to view all their material ahead of time, so we knew what it was like. It was basically what we were getting.
And you've put together 4 shows?
Yeah, there's 4 episodes right now that have been completed so far.
And that's like 3 and then a best of.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, basically, Steve, maybe you can run down the artists that are involved in the first 4 shows.
Sure. I believe in the first show you had Adrian Taylor and Amanda Thekla-Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you had for the second show.
Yeah, the second one was Rory Gardner and Monday I Retire, and then that was the third. The third show was how bad's that? I can't remember exactly who's in which episodes, but the show encompasses there was 6 groups. Rory Gardner, Monday I Retire, The Last Supper was in it,
and
Chrissy Spratt. So that's the breakdown of the episodes, and I guess if you want to know, you have to log on.
You got to tune in if you want to find out.
Tune in and find out the rest. We don't want to give all the secrets away, but
and for Chrissy Spratt, recently she got signed by. Actually, from the Jersey Shore, Snooki has actually a record label. So She was recently signed in the last couple of months there to her record label.
Now, and your hosts, you have 2 hosts for the show as
yes,
well.
Adrian Taylor and Amanda Jordan.
Okay. And they'll be the regular hosts on the show?
Correct.
Okay. Now, Sean, noticing the video, it looked like you may be experimenting. This is not a one-camera shot type deal.
No, we bring our production truck in for it, and use 3, 4, 5 cameras, whatever we see fit for the show. We used 4 in this case, and we try and do our best with what we have.
You've come a long way, son.
We certainly try. We certainly try.
No, it's very, very professionally done, and it's nice to have something like that for these artists to actually have as kind of a video resume of what they can do. So,
absolutely.
Now, you did this back in December.
Correct.
At Farrell Hall. And now the next one is coming up later on this summer?
Sometime this summer.
Yeah, we don't have anything scheduled or booked as of yet, but we're hoping to do another round of shows maybe in the early to mid-summer.
Okay. Now, have you already lined up artists for that?
Basically, we have almost all the artists selected.
Okay.
So it wasn't really, but also too, if anybody's interested, then they're more than welcome to.
And how should they get a hold? Like, if somebody would like to audition or be a part of the show, what should they be doing to get a hold of somebody?
I'd say if you go on our website, tvcoachco.com, and go to select the local link and use the contact information there, they can certainly contact us that way, and I'd pass their information on to Steve, who'd get in touch with them in regards to that. So, and
it's debuted last Sunday at 7:30 on Cable 10. This, of course, goes through Kemptville and the Brockville, and it's all
in Perth and
so the whole area. Before we wrap up this morning, I should ask, because I've neglected, and I should be slapped for that. What's the name of the show?
Music Volume.
Music Volume.
Yes.
Okay. Well, there you go. So it sounds like it's a great vehicle for all the young entertainers out there, and the older ones as well. I would think Monday I Retire is not a bunch of young kids, but
actually
they are actually a younger group. But,
are they?
Yeah.
Great name. I wish I'd thought of it.